We woke up feeling impulsive and we want to dye our hair auburnish, copperish, whatever you want to call it. I want a warm tone. I feel like this happens to every girl at least once in their life, where they want this fall color. They want it to be rich and beautiful and warm.
I really love that copper brown colors. It's amazing. Really easy to maintain. Wonderful. But you need to do it in the correct way. You are black. It's colored black, I believe. So you have to get rid of that black before you put any copper on top of that. Because if you put copper on top of that, you will not see anything. A color cannot lift another color.
So we're gonna do it. This is what we're working with right now. I have dyed my hair black twice, which is not good for wanting to lighten it.
Well, if you are going to put a bleach wash on your hair, very gentle, very quickly, if it's just 2 times black, it will come off very easy with no damage. But before we go any further, can I please ask you to subscribe to my channel? It's free for you, but you're helping my channel a lot.
I had pretty blonde hair like 10 months ago, and I had been bleaching my hair for about 2 years before that.
Wow, that was blonde.
So I do have bleach under all of this.
So if you have bleach under that black, as I said, it will come off more easy.
After the blonde, I dyed my hair black twice to get rid of it because it kept seeping through and it kind of came back a little bit.
Yeah, you can see some pieces are lighter. So if you put copper on top of that, these pieces will show a little bit, but the black will not show anything.
I am hoping that we can get this color without bleach. I do think it might be possible. I'm not sure.
No. You cannot get that copper without any bleach. It's not possible.
But that's what this video is for. Whoever's in a similar boat to me, maybe you have black hair dye in your hair. I'm hoping that this will help you guys not make the same mistake as me if this comes out badly. It should turn out fine because we are planning on using a 30 volume developer. The higher the developer, the more that it will lift.
Yeah, with bleach. And then again, you know me, it goes quickly, but quickly is not good. Just except if you are using high lift colors, that is more powerful and that needs to be used with 30 or 40 vol. Cannot be used with 20 because it needs to lift. Even these high lift colors will not take away that black. It can work from mid brown to dark brown, but not on black. And I strongly believe it says on the packaging it's not working on black.
I've bleached my own hair. I've done my own balayage when I was a teenager. For this color, I don't think we need to go to a professional. I think I can do it myself. So we're gonna go to Sally's right now. I plan on getting the high color highlights, but we need to see the swatches in person. So that's why I'm gonna take you with me and we can make a better decision that way. But let's go ahead and get our hair dye. Oh my gosh.
So it's the high lift colors. She did her research and she's going to try it with the high lift colors. But these high lift colors, even with 30 or 40 vol, will not get rid of the black. You need to remove that darkest black first.
All right, we got our goodies. Honestly, I was not expecting to spend this much. The total was $67, but I did get some extra things that I wasn't expecting to buy today and I won't have to buy again. So I got the mixing bowl and the brush, so I won't need to get that ever again. I did have everything I needed, but I moved out, so I realized that I left my developer, my mixing bowls and everything back home. I had to buy everything over again. 30 volume developer. I got a color booster and you're supposed to add this in the mix and it helps the color be more radiant. So I was like, okay.
I don't think these high lifts need that color booster.
A color sealer. This is supposed to be used after you color and before you shampoo. So this will make the color last a lot longer. I hope that is true.
If you want to have long-lasting copper red or any fashion color, you need to rinse it and wash it multiple times after you're coloring with cold water. If you use hot water, you open the cuticles, the color will come off. Always going for as cold as you can. I know it's not a good feeling, but it will be good for your color. It will last very long.
And for the color, after looking at all the swatches, I decided to get 2 light auburns and 1 deep auburn. So this is what we will do. I got 3 because I think I will need 3 for my hair because I have a lot of hair and it's pretty long. I know it looks pretty crazy right now, but I think we will need 3. Better safe than sorry.
That's a good thing. Protecting your floor. Good.
So first things first, we will absolutely need to wear black. So I changed into black shorts and my black t-shirt, something that you don't care about, something that you can stain and you would live. Let's set up our station. And gloves for sure. I brought extra because I'm sure there's going to be points where when I put the color sealer on, I'm going to need gloves because it is going to stain still. So have some extra gloves for sure.
So 62 was it or 65 dollars? So that's a lot to do by yourself, and it's not a bleach. If you go to the hair salon, they're going to take away that black. If it's a good result, it's still cheaper than the hair salon. But if it's not a good result and you have to go to the hair salon to fix it, you lost that $60.
And we need to brush our hair because if we dyed it untangled hair, that would be a whole mess.
That's true.
Before we get started, let's split our hair in half. The instructions on each box say to use 2.5 ounces of developer for each box. I did use the 2 light auburns and then about half of the deep auburn red, so I used all 3. Mixed those together, and then after that I added the color booster. The instructions say to use about half for the amount of developer that I had. And if you haven't dyed your hair before, girl, you need to use lotion, Aquaphor, Vaseline, whatever you have that will smooth out your skin so that it doesn't stain when you get dye on it, because I can guarantee you are going to stain your face, your neck, your ears. Cover it all with Aquaphor. Also, the smell of this dye is so extremely intoxicating. I could not even think straight. I felt like I was going to pass out.
It's the ammonia. These high lift colors has a lot of ammonia. Really strong product. So yeah, opening a door, ventilation, it's good. So she's going to try it. I was hoping that she was buying a color remover or something to get rid of that darkest pigment, but she did not. I know all this work will be for nothing. So the $60 will be gone.
The fumes were so intense I could barely breathe, and that's why I'm making so many strange faces in this video. Once I did all of my hair, I did my roots at the very end because I didn't want to get hot roots.
All right.
Well, that would be possible because the roots are maybe not colored in black. Maybe there's a regrowth already, and that high lift color will lift that regrowth. Although it looks black, but if it's natural, it will lift and you will have hot roots. Although ghost roots are now in fashion, so I don't like it. I don't like it.
There's a bunch of drips on the floor.
Luckily you have paper on the floor.
I just finished doing my roots. It should be fully saturated. I'm scared that I might have missed some areas right here at the top where the crown is. It was just hard to see, like I can't tell, so I was just going by feeling. But now we're gonna let it sit in my hair for about 20 minutes because I took a really long time to do this. We're just gonna let it cook. And I'm gonna expose my front roots and leave it out of the bag because I don't want this part to turn super hot red. So I know we get hot roots from heat, so I don't want this part to be super bright, so I'm just gonna leave that out.
I never heard that you get hot roots from heat. Nope. Different other reasons, but never from heat.
And yeah, we'll wait 20 minutes. Also, look how dark the freaking mix got. It turned to this dark purple. So I'm scared that my hair is gonna be purple. Hopefully not. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. That better not be permanent. Anyways.
A tache de beauté. You have now free tache de beauté. Do you say that in America or in England? Tache de beauté. This is French. This is some pimple you have. So I don't know how it is in English, or do you say tache de beauté too? Put it in the comments. I want to know.
I just rinsed my hair and I added the color sealer, so this is gonna sit in my hair for 10 minutes.
I would not put the color sealer on your hair because it wouldn't change anything. It will still be black. So do you want to have that longer in your hair?
We have hot roots. You can't really tell on camera, but my roots are bright, like bright copper, and it looks like the rest of my hair didn't even grab any color, so I'm really sad. I think this is gonna be one of those situations where you can only see it in the sun, and depending on how this looks after I dry it, I might have to go to the store really quick and buy a really dark chocolate color just to put it on my roots, because I think the rest of my hair is just gonna be a dark chocolate too.
If you're lucky, it's going to be a dark chocolate, but I think it will be black. If there's sunlight on your head, you will have like a little peep of coppery.
But we'll see. I might have to go buy a dark hair dye to fix it, but I'm gonna let this in my hair, then I'll wash it all out, I'll dry it, I'll style it, and we'll see how it looks. Also a tip, put a towel on the side of your tub so you don't splash red everywhere.
You are good. You see, you are taking care of furniture and everything. Well, if it's a rental apartment or rental house, you need to, otherwise the owner will be mad.
Look at this.
As I said, regrowth, natural.
I'll show you with flash. Yeah, the roots. My roots are auburn and the rest of my hair is completely black. Like, it did not budge at all. My hair has the slightest tint of red, and I know it's gonna look red in the light, but I completely messed up my hair, girl. This is so bad. It makes it so much worse with the headband.
So now you're going to have to buy a dark brown to put on top of that, so it will be like $75 to have the same as you started.
And it goes all the way back. I don't know what the very back looks like, but... So I'm gonna go to Target right now. I'm literally about to buy a box dye, and I'm just gonna put that on my roots. Roots only, and we're done. I'm not gonna attempt to get auburn hair anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. Not even through a professional, honestly. This just convinced me that I need to leave my hair alone.
Professional can do that, just removing the black. If you look for some chance, you look at this video and you want to get rid of that black, you have to remove that black pigment out of your hair. If you receive a dark brown or a mid brown, then you can put that high lift colors and it will be amazing. There are many people that want to have this auburn, coppery, brown, red, brown colors, and they bleach their hair too far. They put copper or brown on top of that, so they take it too far. So you took your research and you searched for these high lift colors, and that's a very good thing. But you just missed a piece, that these colors are working perfectly, but not on black hair or black colored hair. Black natural hair would work, but not colored.
I scratched the itch that I needed. I was itchy. I'm not itchy anymore. So we're just gonna fix our hair, make sure that it's a solid freaking color, and we're gonna call it a day. And we have black hair now.
So you did not take brown, you took black again.
So this is the hair that we ended up with. I ended up using a box of $5 Revlon hair dye. I went to Target last night, last minute, and I dyed it all over my roots. I covered all the roots so you can see that they're not orange anymore. Like, the top half of my hair does kind of have a red tint to it, but the bottom half didn't budge at all. So I'm wearing a black shirt so you can see how black and dark my hair is. I intentionally only applied blue black dye to the first half because I knew that I didn't need to do my entire head, and when you do use black dye, it kind of seeps through and coats the rest of it. So yeah, my hair is all one color, and it is blue black, which is the prettiest black, I think, in my opinion. So yeah, you can definitely consider this as a fail.
Well, I have seen worse fails, so you look pretty with black, although I think for your face it will soften your face a little bit more with that auburn, and yeah, that's the reason. And it's too bad for your money and for your time, but hey, you learned. And if there's any chance that you see this video, remember what I said, how to do it correctly. And also, you at home. If you want to do it, now you know how to do it. All I'm going to say today, tchaukas.